It smells amazing.
It smells ridiculous.
The Victoria sponge went down a treat.
The level of spicing and seasoning in there was just bang on. It was just perfect. These are my absolute favorites, the natural firelighters.
So it's the Coronation weekend, very exciting, and Olive's out here by my feet, rolling around on the floor. Very nice. You're very happy in the weather, aren't you? And Mars is in the studio just getting the parasols and umbrellas out. We're going to put the other one up on this way. I'll turn around slowly so you can see behind me over this decking. Then I'm going to string some bunting around it, and we're doing it today because I'm not sure if it's going to be raining tomorrow, so I thought I'll nip out today, get the bunting out and things, because it's fabric bunting, so if it gets wet it's not a big deal. And then we'll see what else I've got in my box of tricks and whether I've got any more kind of appropriate decorations to put around the house. I don't know, I'm not going to be able to put too much outside because we are expecting potentially thunderstorms and rain this weekend. And then we'll go in the house and see what decorations we could put up in the house. So I can't say how many times we've used these paper clips. It's just a packet of multicolored, but they're quite large paper clips, and multicolored is a key as well. And we have used these for years and years and years and years and years for these kind of things, when you're putting decorations up, when I'm doing the Christmas decorations. If you just want to attach something like this, it's just such a quick and easy way of doing it without tying stuff on or actually sticking stuff with tape or anything like that. And then for any kind of, just to give it extra security, I just use a bit of twine and then just tie the twine onto the actual spokes. But this just gives you the arch. So yeah, these paper clips come in very, very handy all the time.
Before it starts to absolutely hammer it down, we're going to quickly plant up some of our herbs.
It is getting darker and darker by the minute.
It certainly is. We're going to be planting up some flat leaf parsley. I tried to grow our own on this year from seeds. It just never germinated, which is a bit unfortunate. So we've got one from the supermarket, which we're going to put in a pot. Our coriander did get going, so I'll be putting that in a separate pot. I don't actually remember ever having had Pimm's and lemonade before, but it sounds nice. So we were at the supermarket today and there was mint there, and apparently mint goes nicely with that, so we picked up some mint. So the plan is definitely to try and have our first barbecue of the season this weekend. And a big thank you to Lecter Woodfuels for sponsoring this week's video.
So Mars has got the Victoria sponge in the oven, so that's really smelling absolutely delicious. And the bunting is up on the parasols, so it's looking really, really pretty, and all the pots are looking really great. I've really gone in extra hard on geraniums this year, so I just really felt like I always have a lot of success with geraniums, so a lot of the pots have got geraniums in them this year, and I'm really, really excited to see how it turns out. The geraniums and the strawberries are on the table, and they're already starting to flower a little bit, so that's really lovely. And then I've got some red and white and blue flowers in the pots under the parasol. We've got some red wallflowers in the pots there, and those blue and white pansies that I showed you in the last few vlogs. So it's all looking really lovely and festive. Yesterday was a really fun day. The Victoria sponge went down a treat, probably a little bit too well, because I'm not going to say how many actual slices we had each of that, but it was very delicious. And I can't believe we've actually got blue sky. So Mars does get to have his barbecue and his pims, which is very exciting. We're gonna enjoy the afternoon in the garden with the cats and just relaxing. I have to say that I really did want to come on and say something yesterday, just talk about how lovely the day was and how delicious the food was and everything else. But the stocks, the flowers that I have bought to decorate with, these beautiful flowers, they're absolutely gorgeous. I had no idea just how allergic I was to them, and yesterday I was just in bits. So I think I went through 3 boxes of tissues. I was just sneezing my head off the whole day, and it was just not good. Got not good news at all. So the stocks have been relegated to outside, which is far better for me. We've got the Sunday newspapers, and we're gonna have a lovely barbecue. We're doing it here. We're gonna do it down by the pond, but I think we'll save that for another time, because it's just nice to be with the cats, and we've got the bunting up here and it just looks pretty. So we'll have a barbecue here and be able to enjoy just lying on the benches and relaxing and just taking it easy.
I always get really excited about barbecues because it's such a chilled, relaxed way of cooking food, and the food always comes out so tasty. Lecter Woodfields have very kindly sent us a barbecue kit, so we've got some hardwood logs, we've got some premium wood kindling, natural firelighters, and something I'm really excited about, a restaurant quality hardwood charcoal. So the charcoal is made by Lecter Woodfields. It's actually made from older wood. And if you're wondering why it's restaurant quality, it's because there's no additives, there's no chemicals, completely natural. It's basically just older wood that's been turned into charcoal. So when you're actually cooking on it, you're not going to get any excess fumes, you're not going to get any excess smells. And apparently you can get this up to 300 degrees centigrade which is really hot. So that means that we can actually use our Weber to its full potential by putting the lid on and actually smoking the food a little bit to get that extra flavor. We've all got our favorite ways to light fires. This is the way I like to do mine. I like to lay the charcoal at the bottom, then I get the kindling in with the natural fire lighters, and then once that's finished I like to put the wood logs on top, and that generates a lot of heat. I like a lot of heat on the barbecue because the more heat you have, the better the actual cooking, and because we've got the lid on the Weber, it actually stifles that heat anyway, so you want to just really build that up, and I find that building it this way generates the most heat. Of all the Lecter wood fuel products, these are my absolute favorites, the natural fire lighters. They don't smell of anything, they just smell of wood. They've been dipped in natural wax, which means they're toxic free and perfect for cooking. And then I'm just going to finish it off with a couple of pieces of hardwood. So a big thank you to Lecter Wood Fuels for kicking off our first barbecue of the season. Fire's taken off. I'm going to pop the grill on now to let it disinfect and burn off everything that's on there. And now we wait. That's actually really nice. It's really refreshing as a drink, I find.
Yeah. I think that the this lemonade that we've used this time is much better than any lemonade I've had before, because
it's just not sweet at all.
Yeah.
It's zesty.
It's very zesty. Yeah, exactly.
It's got zing.
Yeah. And it's got no sugar. It doesn't taste sugary lemonade. It's a very citrus, fresh lemonade. It's not a sweet, sugary lemonade.
This drink is not sweet at all.
No, it's not. No. Well, but it's the orange slices have given it a sweetness.
A little bit. Nice.
But that's it.
It's good.
I'm getting hungry now. What are we having?
We are having Cajun style chicken drumsticks, spicy Korean style barbecue short ribs.
Wow.
Which are basically really thinly cut short ribs. We'll show you when we start barbecuing them. Small little sausages. Sweldale did send this out as part of their barbecue box.
Yes, which is amazing.
So,
incredible.
Absolutely amazing. It's absolutely fabulous.
And we were going to have the lamb koftas on the barbie, but they were too tempting, so we had them earlier in the week, didn't we?
We did, and they were terrific too. So they were basically a North African style lamb kofta.
Oh, it's delicious.
And I just thought that the level of spicing and seasoning in there was just bang on. It was just perfect. So initially when I unwrapped them, I saw all the chilies in there and I thought, oh wow, we're in for a bit of trouble here. But they weren't spicy at all.
Perfect.
I mean, that was just ideal. Yeah, amazing.
Very delicious, especially because you served it with rice and.
We had a fried rice and tzatziki. It was the whole thing just blended together. It was just salivating at
I know, me too.
Talking about it.
It was very satisfying, I have to say. It smells amazing.
It smells ridiculous. When we're out and about in the summer and we walk past somebody's house and they're having a barbecue, I get so envious. That smell of food on the barbecue is just so incredible. And I'll give you my top tip for cooking chicken on the barbecue, because it can be quite difficult to do without burning it, without it being raw inside or being really, really dry. What I do is in the morning before we have the barbecue, I boil some water, so basically get it up to a boiling point. Put the chicken in, turn the heat off, and just leave it in there for about 7 minutes. All that happens is that chicken starts to cook, basically like you're making a stock, basically. Throw the water away, take that chicken out, marinate it, put some cling film over the top of it. That traps all of that beautiful flavor and juices and everything in there, and then put it on the barbecue. And all you have to do then is singe the outside, get it hot, and every single time without fail, it's moist and succulent inside, it's cooked all the way through. with that lovely burnt skin. It's got to be one of my favorites. Thank you, Swaledale, for sending us the barbecue box. I've got to say, the quality of your meats are absolutely terrific, and I can't wait to tuck into this. So this is what Korean style beef short rib looks like. It's cut super thin. You've got the ribs coming across the top, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, cut really thin, like I said, and it's just full of fat. So what's going to be fantastic on the barbecue is all that fat's just going to render out. Can't wait to try these.
So it was a very indulgent weekend.
Certainly
I
was.
have to say, it was just filled with delicious food, and we had a really good relaxing time, and the barbecue was a massive success.
Tremendous.
The chicken was absolutely delicious. I love that. And the chipolatas were absolutely delicious. I have to say, I've never been kind of drawn to having chipolatas. I've always kind of looked at them and thought, skinny, not going to be very juicy. But actually, on the contrary, I think that we've always had really big chunky sausages on the barbecue. And I actually think that you have to kind of cook them for longer to make sure they're really cooked through inside. Mm-hmm. And with the chipolatas, they just cooked really evenly, really quickly. Yeah, so I actually think they were actually really good on the barbecue. So yeah, we definitely have those again.
And for me, I think the biggest winner was actually the charcoal. When we've used charcoal in the past, you tend to find that it actually smokes quite a lot. Mm-hmm. This one, there was absolutely zero smoke to it. It would smoke when you actually put the food on, which is obviously natural. And getting the fire going has actually made me now rethink the way that I do my fires, because with this charcoal, just with the firelighters and the kindling, you could probably get that ready to cook in about half an hour.
Yeah, it was really quick.
As opposed to, going through the whole wood process and really building that heat up.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to have to rethink that.
And also, I think, I don't know if it's just me being sensitive because of my asthma and things, but I found whenever we've had charcoal barbecues in the past, kind of the smoke that comes off them is kind of, it actually smells a bit toxic. It's
thick.
Yeah, it's a really thick smoke, and I kind of end up choking on it a bit. So I kind of always walk away and go, no, I can't, it's too much. But actually, this smoke that came off the barbecue was probably kind of a bit more of it when we put the food on, but it was a much thinner, cleaner smoke that came off. It didn't want to cling onto your clothes. It didn't cling onto us. It wasn't kind of getting me in the back of the throat really choky. It was a really kind of thin, kind of foggy smoke. It just kind of
wispy.
Wispy, really wispy. So actually, I much preferred it. I thought it was very good. So back to the grindstone this week. We need to crack on. We've got a rabbit proof the vegetable garden.
Rabbit defenses 7.0. Every year we've got to bolster the defenses because they figure out a different way of getting in.
Yeah.
Crafty.
They are very crafty. The first year we had a chicken wire mesh around all of the wooden fence posts. The second year we did a second layer of chicken wire to protect it. And now they've kind of learned how to chew through 2 layers of chicken wire. So now we're just going to go for wood. So they're not going to be able to chew through wood. So we're going to put wood planks along the bottom to really help that be on top of the chicken wire. So yeah, hopefully it starts to, fingers crossed. Stay tuned for our next vlog, because in our next vlog, we're going to be going to the RHS Malvern, which is going to be insanely exciting. We've never been to a flower show kind of exhibition event thing before. So this is the first time we're going, and we've been very kindly invited by Nima Slug. So we're going to go down there and check it out. And I'm really, really excited to see what's happening, what's it all about, who's there, how do these things kind of go? Do you just kind of wander around, or whether we'll kind of do a talk and sit through something and learn lots of things. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that will be in our next vlog. So a huge thank you to Lecto Wood Fuels for very kindly sponsoring this video and kicking us off on the barbecue season. Hopefully the weather will now start to improve, and we're going to go into the end of May away and start having a lot more barbecues, and hopefully the next one will be down at the pond, so that'll be really exciting. The bluebells are out, so in the next vlog hopefully we'll do RHS Malvern, but we might do a bluebell walk as well. We'll certainly show you our bluebells in our garden, so that'll be really pretty in the next video.
And fingers crossed our ride-on mower might arrive today.
Oh,
so no more slogging, walking up and down the field, pushing the push mower.
We'll be just sipping cappuccinos, laying back in our ride-on mower and just cruising. Okay guys, hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and we will see you in the next video. Take care, bye!